I stand before you today to challenge a notion deeply rooted in our hearts, a notion that loyalty at all costs is a virtue. I ask you, is all loyalty truly worthy of our devotion? There is a dangerous path when loyalty becomes blind, when we cling to people, places, or ideals without questioning their goodness or truth. Loyalty without discernment is like walking in the dark without a light. It leads us into traps, into bondage, and sometimes into despair. True loyalty, beloved, is not simply allegiance to a name or a cause. It is loyalty grounded in truth and integrity. It is a commitment to that which is righteous and life-giving. When loyalty serves falsehood or toxicity, it becomes a chain that binds us, not a bond that frees us. We must have the courage to stand up and say, no more will I be loyal to what diminishes my soul or corrupts my heart. It takes great strength to walk away from those who do not deserve our faithfulness, but greater still is the reward when we choose to be loyal to higher ideals, justice, kindness, and love. Remember, loyalty is a sacred gift, one that should uplift and empower us. Renew your commit not to things that hold you captive, but to what makes you whole. Stop being loyal to the wrong things and start being loyal to what truly matters. The eternal truths that shine like a beacon in the darkest night. Let your loyalty be a flame that lights the way, not a chain that weighs you down. Choose wisely, stand boldly, and let your loyalty be a testimony of a heart set free. Loyalty is often praised as a virtue, something noble and steadfast. We are taught to stand by our friends, family, and beliefs, no matter what. But blind loyalty is different. It is loyalty without thought, without questioning, without reflection. When we follow blindly, we risk losing sight of what is right and just. It becomes a dangerous path that can lead us to support things that harm us or others. When loyalty is blind, it ignores warning signs. It overlooks faults and mistakes simply because of allegiance. This kind of loyalty can make us complicit in wrongdoing or injustice. Instead of protecting us, it traps us in harmful cycles. It is like wearing blinders that block out the truth and prevent us from seeing clearly. We must learn to question and evaluate where our loyalty lies. True loyalty it calls us to discern between what deserves our faith and what does not. Loyalty should not be given automatically, but earned through honesty, respect, and integrity. When we question loyalty, we free ourselves from following destructive patterns. We open the door to growth and change, both for ourselves and for those we care about. Blind loyalty can damage relationships and communities. It prevents honest communication because we fear challenging those we are loyal to. This silence breeds resentment and misunderstanding. When loyalty is unquestioned, it can turn toxic. People may take advantage of our faithfulness and lead us down the wrong path. To question loyalty is not to be disloyal. On the contrary, it is an act of courage and love. It shows that we care enough to seek truth and justice. Loyalty rooted in awareness is stronger and more meaningful. It builds trust based on reality, not illusion. It encourages accountability and fosters healthy bonds. We must remember that loyalty to harmful ideas or people is not loyalty at all. It is blind obedience. We owe it to ourselves and to others to stand up against injustice, even if it means breaking away. True loyalty is not about staying no matter what, but about standing for what is right. It requires strength to walk away when loyalty is misplaced. In questioning blind loyalty, we reclaim our freedom. We choose values that uplift and empower us. We become agents of positive change rather than followers of harm. This questioning does not weaken loyalty, but transforms it into something noble and enduring. It aligns our hearts with truth and our actions with integrity. Let us then be thoughtful in our loyalty. Let us refuse to follow blindly. Instead, let us seek wisdom and courage to question, to understand, and to stand firm in what is good and just. In doing so, we protect ourselves and build a better world for those who come after us. Loyalty is a powerful force in our lives, but it must be anchored in something solid and unshakable. That foundation is truth and integrity. When loyalty is rooted in truth, it becomes a guiding light that leads us through the complexities of life. Without truth, loyalty can become blind and misguided. Integrity ensures that our loyalty is genuine and honorable, not just a hollow promise or empty word. Truth is the bedrock on which loyalty must stand. It calls us to be honest with ourselves and others. When we build loyalty on truth, we commit to what is real and just, not on illusions or false. This kind of loyalty is steady and dependable because it is based on reality, not on shifting emotions or convenience. It helps us remain faithful even when challenges arise. Integrity, on the other hand, is the moral compass that directs our loyalty. It means being consistent and upright in our actions and decisions. Loyalty without integrity can be dangerous. It can lead us to support actions or people that betray our values. Tied to integrity, it demands that we hold ourselves and others accountable. This keeps loyalty honest and true. When loyalty is rooted in truth and integrity, it becomes a source of strength for both individuals and communities. It builds trust and respect because people know that loyalty is not given lightly but earned through right conduct. This kind of loyalty encourages growth and healing rather than enabling wrongdoing. It fosters relationships that are honest and supportive. Loyalty based on truth and integrity also protects us from deception and harm. It helps us recognize when loyalty is being exploited or misused. Instead of following blindly, we are empowered to make wise choices about where and to whom we give our loyalty. This discernment is essential for our well-being and for the health of our relationships. Moreover, loyalty grounded in these principles calls us to be courageous. It challenges us to speak out against injustice and stand up for what is right, even when it is difficult. It requires us to remain faithful not just in good times, but especially in trials. This loyalty strengthens our character and deepens our commitment to meaningful values. Such loyalty does not demand perfection, but it does require sincerity and a willingness to face the truth. It invites us to be humble, admitting mistakes and learning from them. When loyalty embraces truth and integrity, it becomes a living, dynamic force that shapes us into better people and builds stronger communities. Therefore, let us strive to root our loyalty firmly in truth and integrity. Let us be loyal not to empty promises or deceit, but to honesty, justice, and honor. In doing so, our loyalty will be a beacon of light that guides us and inspires those around us. It will be a loyalty that withstands the tests of time and trials of life. Loyalty is often celebrated as a virtue, but it is important to recognize that not all loyalty is beneficial. Sometimes being loyal to toxic situations or people does more harm than good. Toxicity can poison our hearts, minds, and spirits, and when we cling to it out of misplaced loyalty, we risk losing ourselves in the process. True loyalty must protect our well-being, not destroy it. Toxic people or situations drain our energy and cloud our judgment. When we stay loyal to such negativity, we allow it to shape our lives in unhealthy ways. Toxicity often comes disguised as obligation or love, convincing us that we must endure pain or hardship for the sake of loyalty. But loyalty should never demand that we sacrifice our peace and happiness. It takes great courage to recognize toxicity and break free from it. Many remain loyal out of fear of change, fear of loneliness, or fear of judgment. However, loyalty rooted in fear is fragile and damaging. To protect ourselves, we must learn to identify when loyalty becomes harmful and have the strength to walk away from what diminishes us. Being loyal to toxic situations or people can also limit our growth. It keeps us stuck in cycles of negativity and prevents us from embracing healthier relationships and opportunities. When we break the chains of toxic loyalty, we open the door to healing and transformation. This is not betrayal, but an act of self-respect and wisdom. We must remember that loyalty is not a blind bond. It is a choice. Choosing where to place our loyalty means choosing where to invest our time, love, and energy. When loyalty aligns with kindness, respect, and growth, it nurtures and uplifts. When it aligns with toxicity, it destroys and consigns. Our loyalty should be a source of strength, not weakness. Moreover, loyalty to toxicity affects more than just ourselves. It impacts those around us, our families, friends, and community. When we stay loyal to harmful patterns, we may unintentionally enable destructive behavior. By choosing to step away, we set an example of courage and healthy boundaries for others to follow. It is important to approach this truth with compassion. Letting go of toxic loyalty is often painful and complicated. There may be moments of doubt, guilt, or sorrow. Yet it is through this process that we rediscover our worth and reclaim our peace. We must forgive ourselves for past loyalties and embrace the freedom that comes with wise choices. Therefore, I urge you not to be loyal to what harms you. Protect your heart by choosing loyalty that builds you up rather than tears you down. Seek relationships and situations that honor your dignity and inspire your growth. In doing so, your loyalty will become a source of light and hope in your life and in the lives of those you touch. Loyalty is a profound commitment that shapes our lives, but it must always serve a purpose greater than ourselves. When loyalty is directed toward a higher cause, whether it be justice, truth, compassion, or faith, it transforms from a mere obligation into a powerful force for good. Without a higher purpose, loyalty risks becoming selfish or short-sighted, tethered only to personal gain or comfort. A higher purpose elevates loyalty beyond blind allegiance to people, institutions, or traditions. It calls us to align our loyalty with values that uplift humanity and promote the common good. When loyalty serves something greater, it inspires us to act with courage, even in the face of adversity. It reminds us that our commitments are part of a larger story, one that transcends individual desires. Loyalty rooted in a higher purpose fosters resilience. It gives us strength to persevere through trials and challenges, knowing that our efforts contribute to a meaningful cause. This kind of loyalty is not fragile. It is steadfast because it is anchored in ideals that withstand the test of time. It helps us remain faithful when it is easier to abandon our principles. Moreover, loyalty with a higher purpose demands sacrifice and selflessness. It calls us to put aside personal interests when necessary for the sake of justice and righteousness. This type of loyalty is a call to service, encouraging us to work for the welfare of others and for the advancement of truth. It turns loyalty into a blessing both for ourselves and for those we serve. When loyalty is connected to a higher purpose, it also guides us in making difficult decisions. It provides clarity when we face moral dilemmas or conflicts. We learn to discern between what is merely comfortable and what is truly right. This discernment is vital in ensuring that our loyalty does not become misplaced or harmful. Serving a higher purpose through loyalty nurtures community and connection. It unites people around shared values and common goals. When we are loyal to what is greater than ourselves, we build bonds that transcend personal differences. We may find ourselves compromising or settling for less than what is just and good. Renewing our commitment means recognizing when this happens and deciding to course correct. It is a call to realign our actions with the principles that define our character and guide our conscience. Renewing your commitment to what is right requires honesty with yourself. It demands that you look deeply at your choices, attitudes, and motivations. Sometimes this honesty reveals uncomfortable truths or mistakes, yet facing these realities with courage allows growth and transformation. It is through this process that we become stronger and more faithful to our ideals. This renewed commitment also calls for perseverance. Standing up for what is right is not always easy or popular. It often means making sacrifices or facing opposition. But the reward is great. Living with integrity brings peace to the soul and inspires others to do the same. Perseverance in righteousness builds the foundation for lasting change. Renewing your commitment means embracing responsibility. It is a reminder that we each play a part in shaping the world around us. Our actions, no matter how small, contribute to the greater good or harm. When we recommit to what is right, we choose to be agents of hope and justice in our families, communities, and beyond. Forgiveness plays a crucial role in this renewal. We must forgive ourselves and others for past failures or wrongs. Forgiveness frees us from the burden of guilt and resentment, allowing us to move forward with a lighter heart. It restores relationships and opens the door for renewed trust and understanding. Renewing your commitment to what is right also means nurturing your spirit. This can be done through prayer, meditation, reading, or reflection. Whatever helps you stay grounded in your values. Feeding your soul strengthens your resolve and equips you to face challenges with grace and conviction. It sustains you on the path of righteousness. In conclusion, renewing your commitment to what is right is an act of courage and faith. It transforms not only your life, but also the lives of those you touch. May you find strength each day to stand firm, to choose justice over convenience, and to live with integrity and love. This commitment is the foundation of a life well lived and a world made better through your faithful witness.